Alright everyone, today we're going to be taking a look at Lego set number 72046, the Lego Game Boy set. Comes with a total of 421 pieces and is labeled as an 18 plus set. This is a set that is packed with so many features for a great price. Now, let's get into it. First, we'll start off with the stands. These are very basic pieces of brick-built things, but they're so handy. So handy. This is what holds the Game Boy. Just goes in through the port, headphone jack spot at the bottom. Fits just like that. And this one is used for the lenticular screens, which sit in like this. They're just right in there. Both of them can fit there. And then you can clip actually a cartridge on the front of this. Just like that. Let's take a look inside of the cartridges. So we get this nice printed piece that says Nintendo Game Boy on the front. Super nice, super nice. Then there are only 2 stickers in the set. One is used on the Zelda cartridge to give it that look and feel. Same with the Super Mario Land sticker. Now, if you'll take a look on the inside, they look like the chips inside of Game Boy cartridges. But this is missing some up here. That is because Super Mario Land didn't come with a battery, but Link's Awakening did. So they put a battery and the extra components in it without putting in this. Just a really nice Easter egg in this build. Alright, now we'll take a look at these lenticular screens. First, you have the Nintendo logo for whenever you boot up a game. It's really nice. Then you get this Link's Awakening, I believe the end of the game scene. Then on Super Mario Land, you have Mario jumping and hitting the star in the first level. Now we're going to take a dive into the console. Sorry for this crude display of destroying it, but it's to give you all an inside look of this is the inside components. Makes it look like the hardware of the time and that was in the Game Boy. There, I fixed it. It's all better. Now, this is for holding in your lenticular screens. So you take a screen, pop it in like that, put this serialized cover on the back, then you pop in a cartridge and get that click. You can see that's how the cartridge is held in. Then you looks like you're playing a Game Boy. Now, there is also a power switch on the top that clicks back and forth. You got the wheel for contrast and the wheel for the volume, the external connector port, can't remember what that one does, and the headphone jack on the bottom. All the buttons are clicky, that's printed, these are printed. These are actually tire pieces that they slid in here to feel like the buttons. The D-pad moves in every which way. Printed, all printed stuff. Except for the cartridges. That's the only part that's not printed. Now, on the manual, it shows the Lego Game Boy on the front, and then on the back, it shows the sweet original Game Boy for a reference. You get into it, it's like most 18 plus sets, it gives you information about what you're about to build and how it works. That is actually a recreation of the original Game Boy box art, as stated here. Talks about the batteries and the inside of the Game Boy. Super Mario Land gives a little description about it. And Link's Awakening. And then you get into the build. Overall, it's a very satisfying build. I remember telling my parents whenever I think I was about halfway through this, I could feel the weight of the Game Boy. And that made me so happy to be able to feel the actual weight of the Game Boy in my hands and it be made out of Lego. Overall, it's a very solid build. I'd give it a 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. The price is 60 bucks. It may not have a ton of bricks, but the build quality is great for 60 bucks. You also get lots of exclusive printed pieces in this set and the exclusive lenticular screens and all that good stuff. Thank you for watching the video all the way to the end. If you'd like to see more content like this, like and subscribe. I plan on keeping on doing these review videos. Next, I think I'll review the Speed Champions DeLorean set that retails for $30. See you guys then.